and this is another episode of Nosso Futbol Podcast. Fala rapaziada, aqui é o Alex Bampa, dono da Best Soccer Team aqui em Oklahoma City, e esse é mais um episódio da Nosso Futbol Podcast.
Yo, welcome back to the Mas Futbol Podcast, the number one soccer podcast in Oklahoma City, soccer podcast. I'm your host, Ricardo Ulloa, and it's just me today. But I did want to say thank you to the sponsors, Selva Studios, not Selva Studios, they were the old sponsors. I don't know what I'm thinking today. Legacy Real Estate Group for allowing me to use your location. If you guys are needing anybody to buy a house, invest, sell a house, I recommend you guys to hit up Matia Rossi, Matia Vero at Legacy Real Estate Group. They're great. They know what they're talking about, and they make the whole process pretty smooth. But it is not me by myself today, because I do have a guest, a really great guest, a baller, all the way from Brazil. He's the head of the best training, my friend, Alex Bampa.
How's it going?
What's up, my friend? How are you?
It's going.
I forgot your second last name, my friend. I'm sorry.
Bampa Tayar.
Bampa Tayar. Yeah. How are you today, man?
Doing good.
Good. Well, I appreciate you for coming on. I know I kind of hit you up last minute.
Oh, no. That's okay.
But for the people that don't know you, tell me a little bit about yourself, my friend.
Well, I was born and raised in Brazil. Moved to the U.S. when I was 18. With like all the foreigners around here on a soccer
What school did
scholarship.
you come to play with? I was trying to figure out where that was. Was it
Oklahoma City University.
OCU?
OCU, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I
Under
thought.
Brian Harvey, the legend.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Was Brian Harvey still there when you were there?
Yeah, all 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When did he retire? That was pretty recently, wasn't it?
I think it was 2 years after I left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you like it at OC?
Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice. It was well, I didn't know what to expect when I first came to
the great city of Oklahoma City.
I mean, I would Google Maps and see, and then everything just looked yellow from Google Maps. I was like, oh my god, okay.
What did you think, like when they said? Well, let's go back before we get to why you came to Oklahoma City. You said you're from Brazil. What part of Brazil?
São Paulo, Brazil.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little bit south, right? Southwest.
South. Yes.
Southeast on the coast.
Yes.
Nice. Tell me how soccer became your sport. I mean, it's Brazil, so probably everybody, but how was that? How did the love for soccer come for you?
Man, so I always liked to play. Played with my friends, played on the streets, played, always try to do pickup games with my friends, that all the chance that I got. And when I was about, I think 9, I started to get a little more serious. But by the time I was 11, I was already trying out for clubs. Because back home, at least when I was playing, I don't know how it's working there, the youth, they start a little bit later for soccer, but they do have futsal.
That's what Rodrigo was telling me, that during the youth, it's all futsal. And so you hit like 11 or 12, and that's when they kind of graduate you to play outdoor.
Yeah.
Which I think is brilliant.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's in my opinion. You got to have like a hybrid program where you can do futsal and soccer, both of them like complementary to each other.
Yeah.
And eventually, if the club, like the big clubs in São Paulo, they have the opportunity for the players to stay in futsal or just go for soccer or stay on both. But eventually they have to choose what they want to do, or the club chooses for you.
Probably more lucrative to go play outdoor than it is futsal.
Exactly.
But that's funny you say that, because that's kind of where you see all the youth videos of all the Brazilians. I remember seeing the old Ronaldinho commercials of him playing futsal and scoring 11 goals and whatnot. So I think that's great, because you can go from futsal to outdoor and take all that experience and the close touch coordination and passes and whatnot. But going from outdoor, doing it the other way around is a lot more harder.
Yeah, very much so. And that's what I struggled with, because I was like a faster player, wanted to like big touch to beat a player, wasn't really like had the skills. Always played left back my whole life.
Okay, so you are a left back.
Yes, I was always a left back.
I didn't know that.
When I was a U15, U17, they put me as a 10 or a left winger, but 95% of the games I was playing left back.
Who's your favorite left back?
Man, I gotta go with Marcelo.
That's Marcelo. Yeah.
I gotta go with Marcelo. All praise to Roberto Carlos, but
you think Marcelo takes it from him?
it's just the style, man.
They're
Just
a lot different.
because yes, Marcelo just
more technical. He's a lot cleaner.
Yes, and he just changed the position, like how people look at the position.
Yeah.
Because if you asked 5 years ago, what's a left back? It's a defender.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
No.
If you know how to play with the fullbacks, you have a way
person
better
that can
team.
Attack, someone that could spread the field, someone that can put some balls in, someone that can alleviate pressure.
Switch sides. That's one of the biggest things I had was I was able to switch sides with ease.
Nice.
And just clear up the game.
Nice. So who did you play with in Brazil, futsal? Like what was the club name of the
São Paulo.
São Paulo?
Yeah,
okay.
I played for a little bit, and then I went to their academy for soccer, and then I didn't do futsal anymore. And then from there, I just stayed with soccer. From 12 on, I just stayed with soccer.
At São Paulo? Or is it different?
I went for São Paulo, and then I got let go because there's so many kids.
Yeah,
it's
I can't
like
imagine.
every 6 months, it's a huge tryout. Like I'm talking about 500 kids.
That's terrible. I bet you it's cutthroat too, so nobody's your friend out there.
Well, you have your friends, but
still,
it's either you or your friend.
Everybody has that dream. And did you play with anybody that ended up going pro, or did you play against anybody?
I have a lot of friends that went pro, but not
that far.
Not like we watch on TV.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But I did play against Gabigol.
Okay.
He's at Flamengo now.
Okay, cool.
He was at Inter Milan a few years back. Played against Marquinhos.
Okay.
PSG, Brazilian national team.
Just to name a few, right?
Yeah, those guys are just another level. And I'm sure I play against other people that play pro right now, but I just don't remember. Yeah. Those are the two that stand out. I actually got magged by Gabigol, but that's okay. Yeah, it happens. It happens.
And you saving that one back here. It's like, that guy, that guy, he megged me right there.
Yeah.
That's part of the game, huh?
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to go make that decision to go futsal or outdoor, or you just always knew in your head it's going to be outdoor?
It was very easy for me.
So then when you left São Paulo, where'd you go?
Also like in between clubs, because I was young still. I was like 12, 13. And then I played, how can I say, like state championships. And then
like Cosmos does here, where they play the best in the state, or?
It's like we put a team together to play against
like
another clubs, like big clubs, São Paulo, Corinthians, that kind of stuff, and we played, and we did pretty well. And I got seen by other clubs.
So it's an amateur team that got put together to play against club teams for them to see you.
Exactly.
Gotcha,
like we get to play against the clubs in the same competition, and people get to see you. And from there, I started going. I never left any academies. Like I stayed for a year at Portuguesa, which is a club in São Paulo, very, very far from my house, like about 2 hours.
So you, at this point, were living out of your house, or
no,
commuting?
It was commuting, yeah. It was commuting. I didn't get to play the championship with them, but I kept playing with the other club. But then once I hit 13 years old, I went to Nacional, which is another smaller club in Brazil. From there, I started going, like getting a little bit better as a player.
Was that probably where you kind of grew the most?
Yes. No, I'm not going to say the most.
Where was that?
That I grew the most as a player was definitely in America.
Yeah?
Yes. I was a late boomer.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that was good. That was a good thing.
You think it was probably because of the environment that you were in, and I mean, you have no other choice?
Well, let's say that I had a different view with soccer. No, because I was a kid. I still went to school full time. I had my responsibilities. I had my had to keep the grades up, all that kind of stuff. And soccer was priority for me, but not necessarily for my parents.
I hear that. I understand that.
Yeah. So I had to keep my grades up, and then so I had many other things to focus on. Did I have time and the opportunity to get the extra work in by myself?
Like you wanted to?
Yes, I did. Oh. Yes, I did. But I did school. I went to training already. Oh, let me relax. And I have a kid mentality, which is okay. There are a few kids that have like a little bit more advanced mentality, and but that just wasn't me.
That eat, breathe, and sleep it.
Exactly. Well, I that was me, but like I didn't really put the work in that I could have. And that's what I try to express to the kids that I train. Like, you got to put the work in.
Yeah, after this. Like, you can't just come here and then go to practice. You got to do your touches after.
I tell them, like, how many hours are there in a week? you got to take 8 hours of the day to sleep, right? Because you got to rest. And then once you leave here, leave your club training, leave your conditioning or strength, whatever, give yourself the proper amount of break, hours, minutes, whatever you feel like your body can take. Your body knows.
Yeah, or you can condition your body. Your body's amazing.
Exactly. And the more you do, the more you'll be able to do, right? And do it. Just work on whatever you want to work on. Get your touches in. Get that skill down. Even juggling. Go out and juggle. Touch the ball. Get familiar with the ball.
Yeah.
Do it barefoot. Get a tennis ball.
Make it your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I gonna say? I completely forgot. Oh my goodness. I was gonna say, what was it for? Sorry, continue. If I think about it, I'll come back.
Okay, no, that's fine. Well, but going back to because we just went a completely different way.
Yeah.
But then at 15, I went to a smaller club called Diadema, which it's far. It was far for me.
And how are you commuting? Are you going by yourself? Are your parents taking you? Or
so it was a year by year type of thing. My dad owned his business, so he could take me sometimes. Sometimes he could drop me off at the bus station or the subway station. I'll just get the subway, get the train. Sorry, I get the subway, get the bus, and then walk a little bit to practice. Sometimes he could take me.
Yeah.
And then when training started to go in the morning, training was at 9 a.m. starting.
Damn.
And I lived
3 hours away, 2 hours.
But if you go by bus, it would be like 2 to 3 hours, depending on how crowded the public transportation is.
So you're talking about if it's at 9, you're waking up at 5 to
yes.
get there.
Yeah, and I was fortunate enough because my neighbor worked on the city next to the city that I played for.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so she would drop me off at the very last stop. So I'll just get one bus and walk.
Nice.
Easy. That was an easy day.
I was lucky.
Yes, and it still was like a 45-minute, 50-minute car ride.
Yeah.
To the station.
Wow.
So I go this way, she goes that way, and she goes to work. I go to training, but on the way back, I would have to do all that by myself. But
how old were you?
I was 15.
I mean, at that time, it starts becoming part of your day.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, and I feel like it almost helps you. How hard it is for you to have to get there kind of fuels you. Like, you're not just going to show up and not try because it took you 3 hours to get here. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours. So.
And I was the first one there. Of course, she helped me out because she dropped me off right there. But I was the first one there. Sometimes last one to leave. So I'm like, I'm gonna chill here for a bit because I got a long ride.
Yeah, so then you get an extra touches or something.
Exactly, because we had it wasn't a great training ground, but it was a nice training ground. Yeah. So we took advantage of it, and the coaches wanted to work, and coaches were there 24/7. They lived there, so it was easier for us to get in touch with them.
I remember what I was gonna say. You said about morning trainings. That same type of mentality is what we would express to our kids for our sunrise soccer. Because we do those 6 a.m. trainings. So we would always say, like, hey, this is a good start of your day. Go home, take a nap, wake up at 12, touch a ball again at 12. Run, do whatever you need to. After 1 o'clock, rest, then go to your club practice at 3 or 4 or 5. You have 3 practices in one day. Kind of like Kobe mentality. Yeah. Like, just add on and add on and add on. But, yeah, that's what I had forgot to mention to you when you said the morning talks. What happened after that?
I got invited to go to Red Bulls when I was 16.
Where? Which one? Oh, then Brazil.
Okay. Red Bull Brazil.
There's the Red Bulls everywhere, dude.
Yeah, there's. And did well. Stayed there for about 8 months because I didn't have an agent. Never had an agent.
Is it important to have an agent in Brazil?
Yeah, because let's say you have a left back like me, and where's that kid from? Oh, he was seen by this scout and got invited to come try out. That's what happened to me. But I got a left back from this agent that has all these other players. That agent has a stronger saying than
you, who they don't know.
Exactly. But I got let go. Went back to the club that I was playing for when they saw me. And by that time I was 17 already. I was a captain of the team. We had the best defense in the state. And at the end of the season, I had a very good season. And then at the end of the season, my coach told me I wasn't ready to be a pro.
No.
I was 17. Yeah, that was about August. And I'm like, okay, coach, that's fine. I felt like I had enough for a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go study. Because I was fortunate enough that I had been studying at a high level. My parents made sure that I had a good education.
That you never stopped, basically.
Exactly. And then I went and just took a year off, went to college. I wasn't planning on going back to playing. And then opportunity to come here came along.
How did that come up?
So I was just going about my business, and then a friend of mine that actually was going to New York to Albany. I don't know what the university. It's in Albany, and his dad was like, called my dad and said, "Hey, there's this thing going on. It's a showcase for players to go to America. Why don't we try that?" It's like, sure.
You hadn't even played in a year either. So
well, it wasn't a year, but I definitely was not training for soccer. I was in college in Brazil. I was in college doing advertising, playing for the team, or the college team, but it was nothing serious. It was once a week training from 11:30 p.m. to 1 a.m.
What?
Yep.
11:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. is when they would train?
Yep.
Once a week?
Once a week.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, on Wednesdays, I remember. It was a good team.
I mean, it also sounds fun, too, just to show up at midnight.
Because people work in the morning, or go to school in the morning, go to college in the morning, and then, or you have the night period. That's what I was at. So we would work in the morning, go to school at night, on Wednesdays, of course, and then go to training. And then I would get home at like 2, 3 in the morning, do it again. I didn't have to work as early, but some people had the regular 8 to 5,
Yeah.
or 8 to 12 because they had to go to school. They had like the internships, not an actual work. So that came about. I did my first showcase. It was awful. It was awful. It was so hot. I remember.
Was that in Brazil?
It was in Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah. It was so hot. I was so out of shape, and I'm like, okay.
That's the worst, huh?
Yes.
Because you know that you can do more. Your brain tells you to do more, but your body's like, nah, can't do it, Alex.
Nope.
Can't do it.
No, cannot, because you didn't prepare for it. You just heard about it, and just went for it. The first one, the guy saw, okay, I can see that you can play. I can see the ideas, but fitness, of course.
You're just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me.
And then a year later, I got scholarship opportunities. Kept training, running, doing all the things that I had to, that I felt like it was the right thing to do. And we got opportunities a year, like fast forwarding a year later. And then I dropped college. I did 1 year of college. Went to San Diego, actually, to study English, because I was set on not going to junior college. I don't want to go to junior college. But for you not to go to junior college, you have to, as a foreigner, you have to have a TOEFL test.
What's that?
And SAT or ACT.
Okay.
TOEFL is for you to prove that you have the language ability to be in a school environment.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've seen some people that don't know how to speak English, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that for everybody, or?
I don't know. Depends on the school. Okay. OCU is a very academically driven school, so they wanted you to get at least an 80, which is the top score is 120, if I'm not wrong.
At that point, did you already have your eyes set on OCU, or had it not come up?
Oh no.
Yet?
No, I had to worry about passing the test or getting a good enough grade to apply for schools, to be able to apply for school. Because some schools, like, you have a 40 on your SAT, you're probably not gonna, not a 40 on your TOEFL test, you're probably not gonna be able to go to a OCU, for example. You're gonna have to go somewhere else or retake the test until you're able to apply for that school.
Okay.
Once I came back from San Diego, it was April 2018. Yeah. Then sorry. When I was in San Diego, I already had my footage, everything. The schools were sending the offers. It was kind of late because it was January when I got there, and you want to be there by August. So coaches by March, they should be done recruiting.
Yeah, have their players and everything.
Exactly. And There was OCU, there was one in Georgia, there was one in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Georgia and Florida, okay, of course. I'm not going to go to OCU. Oklahoma, what is that? I want to go to Florida.
A little bit closer to your climate, what you're used to.
Exactly. And then I looked at the offers. They were kind of the same, but some schools are, the Florida school was more expensive. So at the end of the day, it ended up being more money. And I wasn't going to be able to work the first semester, first year. And it would be pretty heavy on my parents.
More expensive than Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City is pretty expensive.
Oklahoma
standards.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, Oklahoma it is. Because my dad was like, I'm sorry,
but we can't. You know?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But we've put too much effort into it at this point for us to wait another year.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't regret.
I don't regret.
Over here by yourself?
Yeah, I was in San Diego by myself. I met some great people there. Got to stay at Mimi's house, which is
your host.
My host mom, my host grandma, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to be close to their family. And then her grandson actually just committed to a D1 school. I forgot the name of it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I'm gonna actually go. I have to go watch him. I promised him I was gonna go watch him. So I told him like years ago, as soon as you commit, I'm gonna make sure I go to your first college game.
I'm gonna get some training in too.
I told him, but he's busy. He was in Spain just now playing, so he's fine for now.
He doesn't need me. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a left back. Okay. So yeah.
But you said you don't regret it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
City?
Because OCU is great. OCU is great.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get to meet so many foreigners, so many important people, so many influential people. Brian Harvey. I never knew about Brian Harvey.
How was
when
I
was in Brazil.
When did you meet Brian? Tell me your first experience meeting Brian Harvey.
My first experience, like person to person or just
both, I guess. Whichever one is more interesting, I guess.
So I was a late arriver.
Mm-hmm.
I got here August 18th, 2000.
So probably already in preseason, maybe.
Yes. I said 18 early on. It's 14.
14?
14.
Okay.
That's when I got here, August 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I sent him an email. Coach, I know I'm late. I've been working out. I've been running. I've been doing fitness. But what do you need me to do? What else do you need me to do?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of fitness do you need me to do?
That's good.
I'm still waiting for the reply.
Mm-hmm.
He never responded to me. So that was my first impression of Brian Harvey.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I guess he's pretty old school.
Mm-hmm. Pretty old school. It's funny.
And then I got here. Super great guy, super funny. As a coach, a very good coach.
Yeah.
Super player friendly off the field. Like on a informal basis like this. He's had us for dinner at his house. Had my parents for dinner when they came and visited.
Cool.
So he wants to get to know you.
That's good because who was it that was telling me that? It makes it easier for you to run through a wall if you have that type of connection for a coach. If not,
Absolutely.
then you're just not. Really,
Absolutely.
You know, it's more motivating and whatnot. The only experience I have with Brian Harvey is when I was in middle school, and you probably participated in one of these. I went to a residential camp where I got to stay at the dorms during the summers.
Oh, okay. I never got to do the residential.
No, because I had seen that a couple of the OCU players would help him run it, and he would just like pop in every now and again. But I stayed there for 3 days, and even then, he was already old.
He coached for 30.
That's a lot.
5 years at OCU, I'm gonna say.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of years.
Do you see yourself coaching like that, or?
College-wise,
we're skipping. I know we're skipping a lot to get to the best training, but I'm just curious. Like, do you see yourself as a coach like that, or just do you like the personal training that you do?
Man, I love what I do. I love what I do, and I feel like I have more impact on kids' development, kids' mindset, doing what I do.
I agree, because as a coach, you get 11, 15, 16 players, and you have to do team trainings. And it's very hard for you to get that one-on-one time. Of course, you can say, hey, stop. What did you do? What could you have done better? But having that one-on-one time and picking up a kid and saying, you need to work on this, this, and this. So I'm going to tailor these trainings to your weaknesses. And after so many reps, we're going to turn those into strengths and then reevaluate where you're at right then and there. You train 2 people that I know, maybe more, but I used to train with Keegan.
Okay.
Melinda's son.
Yeah.
And I remember I got him when he was first starting to kick a ball, and he was great. Great attitude. His mom is very motivated. I love Melinda and Keegan, so if they're watching this, what's up, man? And then also...
I'm sure they will be.
Yeah, right? Reese Roberts. Another...
Yeah, girl from
Bishop McGinnis.
And Celtics. She's on 05, I think. Yeah, she's on 05.
Her mom used to work with me, and she used to be like, hey, do you know Bampa? And it's funny how the soccer world works. It's like, I don't know him, but I know him. And she was like, oh, yeah, we started training with him. And I was like, oh, that's great, because I knew that you at that time were training somewhere on 39th Street.
Yes.
It's very familiar because you could just see the plywood at the indoor facility and the plywood. And I was like, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, he looks... It always comes off like you... Good trainings, quality stuff, you know what I'm saying? Best training.
Exactly.
Best training. But let's go back. Let's go back to Oklahoma City. So then preseason, you meet Brian Harvey. How was your Oklahoma City experience? Did you play all 4 years there?
I played all 4 years, yeah.
Also, you went in freshman.
Freshman,
they had all your eligibility there.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Because remember, I wasn't all ready to be a pro.
Yeah, right? I hear you. But I mean, nowadays, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, and the clearance house and how it works, yeah. Mm-hmm. Played all 4 years. My first game was in San Antonio. Okay. I think we left about a week after I got there. Okay. So I got there, got used to the heat.
Yeah,
that's a different heat.
It's different now too compared to how it was. But
yes, in 2014, yeah, that's a lot hotter now.
Nah, it's dumb what's going on right now.
And then you go to San Antonio after that 9-hour bus ride. Mm-hmm.
Keep going, sorry.
And first game against Our Lady of the Lake, which is the host school. Mm-hmm. Man, that was so hot. Yeah. It felt like it was 200 degrees.
Suffocating. And
I felt like I was so far behind physically. And then I was playing with Danny Frid. Mm-hmm. I was playing with Rui Vaz. Do you know Rui? He's at Cali now. Probably one of the best coaches, if not the best junior college coach in the country at the moment. Played with another big name. Well, I didn't get to play with Adam Black because he only had 3 years. So Danny Frid, I played as a 10 coming in, and Danny Frid was the holding. So man, he wouldn't stop screaming at me.
What happened to your left back position?
I was recruited to replace Adam Black.
Okay. Because
on my showcases I was a 10, but I got recruited to play as a 10.
Okay.
And in the middle of my freshman season, our left back got hurt, and the coach was like, "What am I gonna do?" I was like, "Coach, I've always been a left back." And I was delivering, but not as well as I did on the left back.
Well, I mean, that's not you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't put Marcelo as a 10. You know, Marcelo plays better as a left back.
Yeah.
But what did you say about Danny?
No, he was such an intense player. Like, probably I didn't see him losing a header all my freshman year.
Really?
Oh my God, he's like what 6'1",
yeah, he's
6'2".
tall.
He's very tall. But props for his timing, you know, and very safe to play with him there. Very easy. You get the ball, pass the ball. He has to take someone on. He can take everyone on because he's got huge legs, 5 feet of legs.
But he's also technically gifted.
Exactly.
So he had it. Danny Frid is quality.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And then when he passes the ball, he can find Rui's feet, which Rui is the best forward I've ever seen. But at the time, they were the same age as I am now.
Yeah, right.
And he had 19-year-old Alex just running around trying to make it simple, you know. And you have the big names. You have Rui, we have Danny. We had Daniel Yom, Korean guy, baller. And but so
you stepped into a squad, huh?
Yeah, we won conference that year.
Nice.
We just lost in the tournament final to USAO,
which is another great program too, man. Coach Hampton. I'll have Coach Hampton on here one day.
Oh yeah,
but that's another guy who's been coaching.
I'm sure he's got
for
some stories
too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he does, but no, he definitely does.
Oh yeah, he's got some stories with Brian Harvey too. So
yeah, Brian Harvey, is he still in Oklahoma City?
Brian Harvey?
Yeah,
I'm sure he is.
Oklahoma City home for Brian? It has to be, right? So then you win conference your first year. Do those guys graduate or?
They graduated, man. They graduated. Who graduated? Danny graduated. Daniel did not graduate. He was a junior, so we had one more year with him. We lost about 5 or 6 players, starting players. So we had to, Brand new team. Sophomore year comes. We have a good team, but it's just not clicking. We lost our first 8 games.
Yeah.
But then we won our last 9 games. But still, we fell short on the
Did you guys make it to
semifinals of the tournament.
To who?
USAO. Is it? Yes, USAO. Yeah.
Are you like me? I have bad memory with a lot of things, but when I try to recollect games and situations, it comes like easy.
Yeah. Games come easy for me.
But names, terrible with names. But you talk to me about that.
Show me the face though.
Yeah, exactly.
Show me the face.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know this guy from that game outside or whatever.
Yeah. I heard it's a mental thing. If you tell yourself you're not good with names, you're not.
Yeah.
So we should start telling ourselves that we're
good.
We're good.
Good at faces and names.
But then what happened? You guys made a new team, lost in the semifinals. How'd the junior year go?
Junior year was awesome for me, individually. But we fell short on the quarterfinals. That was our best team we had, in my opinion. But as far as chemistry goes, that was the best team. We had Lucas he just took best to North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I had seen that. We'll touch base on that here.
Yeah. We had Juan, which is now in Tulsa. Him and he was the left winger, I was the left back.
Okay.
It was a
chemistry. Right?
Yeah, it was the perfect combo. Him and I together. We had Henrik, a German 6-foot holding mid that came very similar player to Danny Frid, just left-footed. We had a couple of English guys, and we also had Vlad. I'm not sure if you met Vlad.
If I see his face.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But he's the best keeper I've ever seen.
Oh, okay. Hands down.
Hands down. I mean, sorry keepers that I've played with, but Vlad's better than you.
Vlad got it. Vlad has it.
And I played against some very good keepers.
Nice.
But when the Vlad got put on the other team on the scrimmage or in a squad scrimmage or the 7v7 on practices, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah, something crazy. I gotta pull something out of. I played against a couple goalies, and I'm just like, what do I gotta do? You know, there's just nothing I can do. You're a brick wall, But you need those type of goalies to make you better, man. Yeah. And then your senior year, what happened your senior year?
Another great year for me individually. We also fell short to Southwestern Christian in the quarterfinals. But it's soccer. That's why we play. Yeah. And I remember Harvey always saying in the PKs. So junior and senior year, both PKs.
Really?
And I missed both.
No, for real?
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I scored every PK during the season, junior and senior year.
Except for when it counted.
Exactly.
I seen you take PKs at Western though. You're still making those, so.
Yeah. I like Gabi take most of the time, but sometimes he's tired. And I'm like, okay, I got this.
You know who is really bad at PKs, and I'm sorry to have to bring you up, my friend, but I've seen Rafa miss 3 or 4 PKs at Western.
Dude, yeah.
And it just happens, dude.
Yeah.
It just happens.
And that field, you don't know how the ball is gonna bounce. You don't know if you hit high. Mm-hmm. You don't know if you hit low, and then I don't know.
And just hits a pebble and just bounces away.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, PKs are tough, man. And then after your senior year, did you look inside and say, "Am I gonna keep playing? Am I done?" Did you?
So I played every summer. Mm-hmm. I went to Florida after my freshman year. Played for IMG Academy.
Okay.
On their program.
How was that?
Awesome.
I've seen pictures of the facility.
It's unbelievable.
Pristine.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's I played for under Steve. I forgot his last name. It's Corbro or something like that. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Hartman, which is an old LA Galaxy keeper, I believe. Great guys, great coaches. And then in the second year, after my sophomore year, I played for the PDL under 23 for the Energy. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable team.
Really?
Unbelievable. We had some NAIA players that were out of this world.
It's a shame they don't have that. Well, the Energy's not here, but that under 23 team was pretty good.
Yeah. And then after my junior year, actually we made to the Final Four that year, and we lost to Odessa Soccers, I think. Now they're NPSL. And junior year, I started the summer with the U23s, but I wasn't playing much. I didn't play at all after that first summer with the Energy because the squad was so good. And I was okay with it.
Yeah,
but I got so much better. Remember, I
that's
told
what
you.
I was gonna say.
Personally, I had my best year at junior year. 100% because of that training that I got from Chris Spenlove. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He was the assistant coach at Energy. Very, very good coach. Unbelievable coach. And after that summer, after my junior year, started the summer with the Energy, finished with the Imps. And then after that, I only played for the Imps until before COVID year.
This is after your 4 years. You graduated from Oklahoma City and then continue playing at Imps.
Yes.
Okay.
So and I was coaching. I started coaching sophomore year. No, it wasn't best. It was just Coach Alex.
Okay.
You know.
Where at?
OCU. OC. I went to OC because I had some people in admin. Wherever he wanted me to go.
At this point, did you know you wanted to continue soccer this way, coaching, training, or was it still kind of like
it was
figuring it out what I'm doing?
It wasn't figuring out what I'm doing, but it was like, okay, this is kind of getting serious. But at the same time, I also need to find a big boy job, you know. And on the COVID year, everything just boomed. So I got
down.
No, it just. I mean, everything shut down. My business boomed. Though,
okay.
Because parents wanted kids out of the house.
And this is your best training, right?
Yes.
When did best start?
2018.
Why is it called best training?
Bampa Elite Soccer Training.
Bampa Elite Soccer Training.
Yeah.
That is, I never knew that. That's
yeah.
Brilliant. That's some marketing right there. I was like, why is it best training? Why is this guy calling himself the best? Because Bampa Elite Soccer Training.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah. I don't want to sound cocky, but it's just what it came down to. It could be test if I Tyar Elite Soccer Training.
Nah,
but best sounds better, right?
Better, dude. Best is better. Best makes you stop and say, "Who the heck is this guy?"
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And the name and the logo was made by Nick Strimmel. He's in Colorado now. He does like drone stuff like you do. He's really into video editing, and he he's so good.
He killed it. That's
simple and
done.
And nice, right?
Yeah.
And we did the little guy. There's a little guy in the back. That was little me. And he chopped it.
Nice.
On his Photoshop, whatever you use to do that.
And you started with one kid, maybe?
No, best. I already had a clientele because I remember I started on my freshman year.
Oh, okay.
I started my sophomore year. So by the time I graduated college, I had already 20 to 30 kids.
Wow. Yeah. Personal training on the side. I try to tell people because that's one of the dilemmas of people that want to go into coaching is that it just doesn't pay well. You know, it's hard to make a living just to be a coach on top of how much time it takes from you too, being a club coach or whatever. So I tell a lot of people, and it's like, you got to kind of start doing some personal training. I feel like there's a lot of people out there doing it now.
Yes.
A lot more than before, but you just start with one.
Yeah.
For me, it started with Keegan. And then I got 2, 3, 4, and tops I had like 5 rotating. But it adds up.
It adds up.
And it helps. Those extra 20, 30, 40, whatever you're charging your sessions. And if you have 2, 3 the same hour, you can make a living doing it that way.
You can. Yeah.
And not only that, but the most important thing is the impact that you make on those kids. Because I always used to love coming up to Melinda and being like, hey, how's Keegan been doing? Oh, well, he played on Tuesday, Wednesday. He's not shooting it really well right now. I was like, all right, cool, we can do that. And his touch is off a little bit. All right, I got you. I'm listening. And stuff like that. So, and that's always very rewarding. Working on something, going back to them a week later and being like, he killed it. Scored 5 goals. This, and that. But he didn't do this. And I was like, all right, cool. And then you come back to the player and just like, hey, how are you? What's going on? It's kind of like you're the personal therapist, but trainer at the same time. But then you become more than just friends too. So it's just, I used to love it.
I think that's the most important part because you get to know the kid, you get to know the family, and you have sometimes you're saying the same thing as a parent, but it's a parent. Like they don't want to listen to you, and then you put it in a coaching way, in a session, in a tailored session, like you were saying, for that specific
need.
Exactly, and you just go from there, and once the kid looks up to you, it's so much easier to get to their mind and their heart. I think it's first the heart then the mind, because they're they can easily be like, oh my God, what is this guy talking about?
Mm-hmm. Or it can be like, oh my gosh, why are we doing this training?
Exactly. You know, and the kids, like, they see the improvement. They see that the repetition, that the number of touches, that the attention to detail. Well, that's what Ricky was talking about. The attention to detail, that was big. I was like, yeah, that's it. And the attention to detail on how to do something. I'm not saying attention to detail to do a rainbow. No, you don't see a rainbow very often.
But I know exactly what you're talking about, because you can have a simple drill where the guy is receiving a ball to the goal on his back with 2 cones behind him. He has to turn, pick left or right, and then shoot. Could be done in so many different ways. You can be doing it as a person who is new and it's slow, 3 or 4 touches. But I had seen a professional player do it, and it was just tight, quick, and efficient touches. Boom, boom, shot. Boom,
And
boom, shot.
consistent.
Consistency is key, because you have to be able to do it over and over and over again. But what I'm trying to get at is those simple trainings, depending on how you attack it. You can be lazy, just soft touches, not doing it quick, but you have to be able to imitate the game. Attention to detail.
Yes.
Attention to detail.
Yep. And the intensity that you're doing. Like you said, you can do the same drill with a player that's starting or a player that's more advanced. How fast are you going to do it?
How fast is your turn?
How fast is your turn? Or, okay, you got it down. You cannot go any faster. Of course, you can always go faster. But let's do a progression. How's your progression looking? Like, what are you going to do with that progression? Let's use the inside of the foot. Let's use the outside of the foot. Let's touch away and come back. I don't know, something.
Body feint. Just add to it to push the kid. And that easy drill becomes a complicated drill. Not a hard drill, a complicated drill. That's true.
With it. Because you're doing multiple easy touches in a row but they never done before.
Or haven't had the attention to detail to look into that drill and whatnot, because it's all easy. Everyone's done it all before, but the variations and the attention to detail, I feel, is what separates you and takes you further. So for best training, what is your go-to training? What is the go-to skills that if I took someone to you, for me to get to know you, I'm gonna put you through these sets of trainings.
Oh, okay. I always do excuse me. I always do like an assessment session to see where the kid's at, where I can work on everything. Like everything.
And what is that? What all does that include?
Passing, first touch, dribbling, shooting, turning, footwork, agility, awareness, quickness. Well, agility and quickness, well, they kind of entail the same thing. All that. I can make a drill that has 4 of those. I can make a drill that has 1 of those. And I'll see it. I'll take my notes and be like, okay, you can shoot very well, but your first touch though. Your first touch is great, but you're passing. And everything's like, it's a combination. If you have a bad first touch, you're not going to shoot. If you have a bad first touch, you're probably going to have to take another touch and then pass. If you have too big of a touch when you dribble, you're probably going to lose the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So I just pay attention to that, and I do drills that will
imitate those situations on the field.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That will get your mind rewired, or brain rewired to do things not necessarily the right way. There's no right way, because every situation is a different situation in the game.
But you're changing habits.
I want to get rid of bad habits. That's what I tell them. Bad habits.
Because you're right. You can, if you get the ball and you stop it and then turn to look and then decide where you're going to go and then turn, you're just like, look, man, look before you get the ball. Know where you're going to go.
And I'm sure the kid will heard that a million times.
But putting it into action, being like, pass it to him and be like, hey, ¿qué pasó?
Yes.
You stopped the ball, turned to look, made your decision, and then went, no, know where you're going to go first. Yeah, I hear you, dude. And then as you're watching them go, you're just like,
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and then you'd hear him, hey, how'd he do? He killed it. He's turning, he's looking before he gets the ball, he's doing all kinds of things, and that's crazy. I feel like it's so important for those kids to learn those good habits early, because it's so hard to break them. So hard to break these habits.
Because the older the player, the harder it will be.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When
or get rid of the bad habits of that old dog.
Yeah.
That's harder than teaching something new.
As a left back for yourself, what were some of the things what are some of your strengths?
My strengths. I'm going to go with speed.
Mm-hmm.
I was always fast. Wasn't the fastest on my team, but LCU, because we had Logan Stewart. Oh my God, the kid's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always very, very fit, except my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
I was very, very fit, fast, and I could strike the ball very well.
Mm-hmm.
Switch sides, and yeah, I guess that those were the top three: speed, fitness, and hit the ball. Like I'm gonna say, whether it's to go or to switch sides.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And defense, I was very good at defense too. I would go forward a lot, but I would always come back and
that's
hardly
a tough
ever
one.
get scored on.
Because when I would play at Western, it would be the right back. But I was never really the one to move up and attack, because positioning wise, there would never be anybody to cover me. And if you get scored on your side because you're up attacking, it's your fault, not anybody else's. So I completely understand.
Well, but then you gotta communicate with the holding mid, like, hey, holding mid, cover me. I want to go.
True.
That's what Henrik that I was telling you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did very well. He knew my style. He supported the style. He bought into the to our situation that we had going on. I would go. He would slide. But I'm not gonna walk back. There's no chance I'm walking back.
No, that's an important thing you said. Is he supported your style?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he could, even if like they do counterattack, he's a good defender.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get that ball. He's gonna switch sides, nice and easy. He's gonna go play. I fill in. We're good to go.
That's
so
good.
yeah,
having that confidence in your player to know that if you leave, he's gonna step back, and if he gets put in a tight situation, he knows that you're hauling ass to get back to help cover him, be an option, do whatever.
And a lot of the times he would overlap my
your
my
ball.
winger,
Mm-hmm.
and I would stay. I would fill in for him.
So you're covering him, covering you, covering him.
Exactly.
Got you.
So,
So now
it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
If there's one piece out of that machine, the whole machine breaks.
That's what you guys have in Mexico right now, right? A well-oiled machine or what?
Well, we have some hamstrings pulling right now, but
yeah. I feel like that Mexico team has always been a good, solid mixture of new youth with some old and experienced.
Yes.
And it kind of just balances it out, because the youth they have legs for days, but the older, more experienced players who might not be able to run, you have confidence that if you give them a ball to their feet, they'll be able to do good on their own.
Yeah.
Nice.
We played Independiente like 2 weeks ago, I think. Oh my God, they had so many young players.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not old, but I'm not young. So I'm like in the middle.
But that's tiring to be playing against someone like that who runs all the time, who plays really extra rough too. So you know that they're a little bit dirty, more rough. It's going to be more of a battle. But I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. Those are bad. Long balls all day.
Oh my God.
Chasing people all day. I miss playing out there, dude. I really
it's my getaway for the week.
Yeah.
I don't get to play much, but when I do, that's my time
out there. Nice.
Yeah, and I get to play with Gabi. I get to play Michael Thomas. So
I've played against Michael Thomas a couple times. He's good. He has it up here. He might not have the physical like he used to, but I remember that was the first time I had played, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, all right, when you play against someone who's kind of made it some far, you're gonna play against him. You're just like, all right, let's see what he has. Yeah. And I forgot what it was. It was a turn, and the way he used his body to get around me and his arms, I was just like, wow, okay, I'm gonna watch out for that one next time. And then the way he would move inside of a box for a corner kick or during a play coming down, like his movement was really good too. So I was like, okay, Michael Thomas, I see you. Which congratulations, by the way. He just had a kid, so congratulations, Michael Thomas. I don't know him, but I know him, kind of thing. But yeah, that's awesome, man. So this is year 4 or 5 of best training.
Sorry, the year
best training, yeah, because it started in 16.
Well, I started in 16 training, and then 18, the name came up, and the brand, and then it's been going up since
19, 20, 21, 22. 4 or 5 years almost.
Yeah.
And now you're expanding.
Lux is taking it to North Carolina.
Nice.
He's gonna we're working together to see how the market is there.
To expand the brand.
Exactly.
I think
because it's a style. It's
Yeah.
a different style. The way that we see things is, for example, when you build a house, you need a solid foundation. If you have a crappy foundation, your house is gonna fall sooner or later. So we want to build a strong foundation, so we can build that solid. Not even a house. Like I want to build a skyscraper, because the sky's the limit for those kids. And if you already have that solid foundation, because you have put the work in, or because you're talented. Some kids are just talented.
Yeah. Or athletic. You ever see a football player who transitions to play soccer, and you just like, he's never played, but the footwork that the football players do allow them to be really quick.
Yeah.
Or be able to do some things with the ball that you just saw me do that. How are you doing that?
Yes.
It's crazy. And that's just, yeah. But continue. Sorry.
What was I?
About the... ya se me olvidó. We were talking about skyscrapers, building people from their foundations.
Exactly. And you can always make it better, make it the foundation thicker, so you like so like those simple drills that we were talking about earlier, those are good for foundation builders. So like, and you stop. I have players that are probably top players in the nation out of all the ECNL, and I still tell them like, hey, you're getting lazy on that pass. I don't have to stop and be like, okay, you're gonna have to do this to fix. No,
they know.
They know.
They've heard it from you before.
Exactly, and they're receptive to it. Like, okay, yeah, I can see that. Or do a quick fast passing drill, and then out of nowhere, boom, toe pass. It's like,
You're getting lazy.
Exactly. It was a good toe pass, or right to me. Nothing wrong with that toe pass, but like, we're talking about good habits.
Yeah.
If you do enough toe passes, your next pass will be a toe pass in a game.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes you got to whip out the toe pass. I was playing indoor the other day, and I got caught in a situation where I just didn't want to. If I cranked it, he was going to block it. So,
yes.
A little Ronaldinho against Chelsea, just trying to get it in there. You know what I'm saying?
I did that yesterday. Got stepped on pretty good.
Where at?
Soccer City.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played. Well, that's where I played at. Soccer City. It was a Friday night game, so it was like some adults. Of all the indoor facilities, which one's your favorite?
Oh, man.
Pick one. There's 4, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
4.
ISA, Sports Center, Score. Oh, yeah.
Soccer City.
Soccer City. I didn't mention Score.
For favorite as far as what?
I mean, for you, like if you had to pick one to go to for whatever reasons, which one would be the one that you'd go to? For me, it would be ISA. The original ISA. Yeah, because I worked there at the snack bar. I did scorekeeping. I did reffing there. That one's been there for a very, very long time. But I can't take anything away from Soccer City either, because I used to play there when I was a kid, and just walking in there, going down the stairs, being able to watch
looking, seeing who's there.
Yeah, that to me is great. Sports Center. I'm sorry, Sports Center. You're a little new. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some time, but they're not that far back there either. They're all great facilities. And Score OKC, I just haven't had enough time to go out there. But from the space they're providing for trainers to do their thing, futsal, as well as the turf field, as well as the outdoor field, that facility has it going on.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What do you think?
As far as facility,
whatever it
ISA.
Whatever it is, whether it's you like to go play, you like to go watch people to play, you like to play and then hang out afterwards, just rank them for me once.
I'm gonna say ISA.
Give me your top 4.
Soccer City, Score, and Sports Center.
Sports Center. They're all great places.
They're all good. No, they're all awesome.
They're all great.
I just because ISA, like you said, you worked there. I used to do my first sessions for best. I used to call him and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Can I use the field, whatever it is that you guys need, whether there's money, whether it's work, but just let me know. They're always very, very cool about that. Awesome. And they let me use it, one of the small fields.
Yeah, because they have 2 going on right now.
Yeah, and it's not as busy as the other ones.
Yeah.
So they helped me out a lot.
Good.
At the beginning.
Good.
Yeah.
What was my next question that I was going to ask? I always like asking this to people, but especially the foreigners. At what point did you know Oklahoma was going to be home for you? Or did you know, or did you have ideas of going back to Brazil, or Like, what was your plan?
I did at first, and then. But the thing is, the situation in Brazil got so much worse from 2014 till now that it's not even like, I don't even think about it now. I don't want to go back to live there. Of course, I want to go back as much as I can throughout the year.
Going back to visit and living is just two different things. You'll go back to visit all day, but yeah.
I have people saying like, I would love to live in Brazil. It's like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what's going on, but I know that COVID was hard.
Yeah.
In Brazil.
The economy is very bad. Yeah.
The economy's getting worse everywhere, man.
Yeah.
The euro's about the same as $1 now.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. Things aren't going where they're supposed to.
So just to put in perspective, we when I first came here, $1 was $1 for 2 reais. I'm not sure what it is right now, but at one point he got $1 to 6 reais.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's like 2, 3, 4 times different.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that was like my parents were having to pay for that first year of school, and that was okay because it didn't have to pay too much because of the scholarship.
But once what was it called?
Real
went down. It got 2, 3 more times expensive for them.
Exactly. So, but by my sophomore year, like I said, I was training and I was paying for that for the fees because that sophomore year I had a full ride, and I just had to pay the fees because OCU has a lot of fees. What's that about OCU?
Yeah, what is that about OCU? I mean, OCU has always been known as one of the most expensive ones because of, I think it's considered a private.
Yeah, it's private.
But it's so nice, dude.
There's one fee I remember. It's like a first year experience fee.
Really?
I'm like,
what is
$750 for that?
That's the experience right there.
Uncovered. No, does not cover it. No scholarship can cover that.
No.
So
that just has to come out of your pocket.
Yes.
Were you living on campus?
On campus, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like the nice deal was that you could allocate your money. So you can put it towards tuition, you could put towards room and board, and you can put. There's something else I forgot. There's one more that I forgot what it was, but you cannot put towards the fees. 1 year I had like more money than I was actually paying because I was taking less credits. So I was like, Coach, I don't need those $2,000, whatever, but I still have to pay, let's say, $1,000.
They didn't have the option of you getting it back.
No,
that's
not an option.
I know a lot of people that you take advantage of that and do end up getting money back, but
I think I talked to Coach, and I don't think that's the thing. I think that money just goes to someone else or to some. I don't think it's like a physical money, like let's, instead of giving Alex this money, let's buy jerseys.
It's out there somewhere, going somewhere. Yeah,
I never understood how that works, the endowments and funds or whatever the right word is.
Yeah, I hear you. So what's the plan for Best moving here on out?
Man, it's well, we're gonna keep doing our thing because right now it's a busy time. We got
off-season.
3 coaches now here,
plus the one that's going to North Carolina too.
Yeah. So trying to expand it, trying to brand it as much as I can, and hopefully grow with the brand. The brand is strong. I can get a bigger place, and once I hit that, I can open up my options. Let's say.
See what else you can do.
Exactly.
So you basically just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and cooking in the back. You know.
In the back. It's working.
I'm always working on something because you can get settled, can get comfortable where you are.
No, now you're married, and now you got to work extra hard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Congratulations too on your anniversary.
Oh,
man.
thank you.
She's from Oklahoma.
She's from Yukon.
How are you handling the difference of cultures? You probably enjoy it.
Like between me and her.
Yeah. Because it's probably a little different. Have you taken her to Brazil?
Yeah,
okay.
She went. But it was before we were married. She went in 2019, and I'm used to her world, but she's not used to the Brazilian world. It's so much louder, so much more kissing, louder. More hugging,
more affectionate.
Exactly.
More like.
Because let's say I'll use my grandma as an example. My grandma's a hugger and kisser.
Yeah, that's how we are too.
So as soon as if you're my girlfriend at a time, she's gonna kiss and hug you too. But that's not how it works here.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, side hug.
You gotta walk in and be like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. For me, we're very much just like that too. If I ever show up to a family party and I would take my now wife, it would be like, hey, we're gonna walk in, and the way that we do it is we say hi to everybody. I gotta say hi to, hey, Dio, ¿cómo está? Tia, ¿cómo está? Cousins. It's gonna take us 20 minutes for us to sit down, and then 20 minutes for us to leave.
Yes.
But I mean, that's just how we do it, and yeah, that's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, you gotta say bye to everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta say bye and hi to everyone, because at least in Brazil, if you don't, you come out as rude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like, why did Alex's girlfriend at a time, baby? Don't worry. What did she not say hi to me? Did she not like me? Did I do something?
And they don't understand that she's coming from somewhere different to where for them it's
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. But we're over here just, hey, ¿cómo están?
20. You gotta hug 20 people and kiss 20 people.
And if you leave anybody out, it kind of seems pretty bad. That's funny. And then kids maybe?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We have a plan. We have a plan.
Good. That's good. Did we have a plan? Nah, we always knew we wanted to have kids early, and then we always knew that we didn't want to have one. We wanted to have two, so we kind of had a plan. And now we're just in a stage where we've outgrown the space that we have.
Oh yeah.
So now we got to get something a little bit bigger, and now talks of maybe another one, but you can't have another one, and where we're at now, so it's just son cosas de la vida, stuff of life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
it's a big step for sure,
dude. Huge.
I think about it sometimes. I'm like,
it's a lot of responsibility.
Can I fit a kid right now, like schedule wise, like?
That's a good. I mean, it's
even if you keep to a minimum, like waking up during the night. How my day's gonna be?
Not only that, but think of the way that your brain changes. So now you have a kid.
Yes.
But you have training. But it's like, I'll go leave him with someone else. But then
you don't want to.
Deep down, you're just like, I'm terrible.
Yes.
But then you're just like, I got to provide to you too. And then they get older, and then he's going to be like, yo, like, come play with me. Well, why can't you play with... My son right now, he says, can you work this much? Can you work this much and then come play with me? And I was like, I wish I could, papi, but just work this much, papi. Come on. You work too much. I was like, yeah, I do work too much. But yeah, dude, everything changes. You start second guessing.
I'm sure you get just a flip. Switch just flips in your brain.
And then you're more tired. And then, but it's all part of it too. So.
Okay. Yeah. It's part of what human beings are, I guess. We're made for that.
Were you in Brazil when the World Cup happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah.
Did you get to catch any World Cup games?
No. Way too expensive.
Fan Fest, maybe?
No.
Tampoco?
Way too crazy.
No? Too crazy? You don't like to go out there and be like that?
I'm not really big into going out or...
That's good.
Like, just... Like
wasting your time, spending your money out there for no reason.
Just like a lot of people, and I have to like get sideways to get between people, and that went for me.
So you didn't even...
I didn't even go. I mean, I went to friends' houses to watch games, every single game. I was watching all the games all the time.
That's the best, dude. The best.
When it's a lot better than go to the Fan Fest.
You think so?
I think so. Unless your friends go as a group. Yeah.
I'm over here trying to plan when the World Cup comes to USA, Mexico, and Canada, and I'm just like, well, if I can't make tickets, I definitely want to experience something, you know? But it's just the whole experience now. Yeah. Even with the World Cup now being in December, I'm just like, yo, I'm missing something right now. Like, it's the summer. Like, we're supposed to be up every day watching 3 games a day. And then as the final, what is it, June, July? Yeah, we would have already had a final crown.
Brazil just had their our, I guess, our 20-year 5th anniversary for the 5th World Cup. World Cup, yeah.
The 5th World Cup that they won was Korea?
Yeah, Korea, Japan.
2002. That's a monster team, dude.
Yeah, no, that was the dream team.
And
it wasn't even the dream team yet.
Where were you when they won that World Cup?
Oh, I remember the day.
Yeah?
I think the game started right at 5 or 4 or something like that.
Against Germany.
I remember waking up, going to my mom and dad's bedroom, turning on the TV. We had to like get the antenna going to see that, get the right angle.
It's getting clear. It's not getting clear.
Like, little down, little up.
Click, 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 click. That's the kind of TVs. Click, 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 click.
And Ronaldo scored those 2. Rivaldo was just killing it. And I at least once or twice a month. I just throw on YouTube
To watch that.
Brazil 2002 World Cup campaign.
Dang.
If you don't do that because you can see some pretty special stuff there.
And I can't imagine how it was in Brazil coming into that final, because
I was too young.
You're still too young, but
Yeah,
I would
like,
imagine everything just stands still.
Oh no, it was for those 2 hours. The country, I'm pretty sure there was no one on the streets.
It's probably like in Mexico. You know, a lot of people don't like to watch politics. A lot of people don't like to do this, but when the soccer comes on, everything shuts down.
Yeah.
Eesh.
Yep.
I'm sorry to ask this, but when Brazil lost to Germany, how was that?
It was I did so funny enough because I did a drawing, like my own thing. Like I did
like a board, like kind of like March Madness kind of thing. Okay.
And I got every team right except one. I don't think I had Colombia moving or Chile, one of the two, moving to the finals. But the team that got,
because Colombia got beat by Brazil
exactly
in the quarterfinals, I think it was.
Yes, so I think it was Colombia. I didn't have them going through. So they went out anyways the first round. But I got Brazil and Germany in the semifinals, and and Argentina and Netherlands on the other semifinal.
Would it have been different if Neymar was playing?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think so.
No?
No.
I want to say maybe.
Well, different. Maybe not 7-1. Maybe 6-5.
But it's because of the type of play.
7-2.
Do you like Neymar?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like Neymar on the national team?
I think this year he's going to have
a different role.
Yes, because he's older.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the more experienced now.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he doesn't win this, his GOAT status, I think he's going to go.
You think so?
His GOAT status?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of GOATs in Brazil.
Yeah.
So.
But then we have a lot more people on the positions.
A lot younger people.
A lot younger. Vinicius got Rodrigo. We got Rafinha.
I love Anthony.
We got Anthony.
I love that guy, dude. He's a baller. And then, yeah, there's just so many people. I was having this conversation with somebody else, and he was telling me how he thinks that Vinicius won't get a start compared to all the players that are out there. And I was like, he has to get a start. But we still have 4 months to get to the World Cup.
Yeah, the list hasn't even come out yet.
No.
I was listening to a podcast with the national team coach, Chichi, and he said that in 2014, they were scouting about 40 players, 30 plus to 40 players. And now they're scouting 75 players.
Wow, for the World Cup.
For the 26 roster spots that there is in the World Cup.
Who would your starting lineup be?
Oh, my goodness.
And then I'll ask you if you had to make a team of 11 players out of all the players that you've played with.
Oof. Okay.
Let's make this interesting.
Let's go with
Alisson in the back, probably. No?
Oh, man. Alisson or Ederson, man. I honestly, I don't think I would care.
Yeah?
But I think Ederson is better with his feet.
With his feet, okay.
But I'm going to put Alisson there.
Okay.
Because Liverpool went further than Man City this year.
Okay. He deserves it.
The center backs, man. I'm going to go with Marquinhos and Thiago Silva.
Safe? That's a safe bet. Yo, but sometimes things be happening where I'm just like, I feel like Thiago's really good, but...
He's old now, but...
Sometimes
he's a winner.
He's a winner.
That's
a good way to put it.
Lucio in 2002, he was old, but he was a winner. Mm-hmm. So I think that a team needs that.
And he's been around quality forever. When he was young and was at AC Milan, he's been around quality.
Yeah, and he was let go of PSG because he didn't fit the system. So
and he killed it at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying?
He won the Champions League at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So you got your center backs.
Right back.
Dani Alves. Nah, no more.
He's playing for Pumas.
Pumas, that's a crazy move, dude.
I saw it this morning.
He'd always said great things about Mexico, but now he's in there, dude.
He's living it. Man, I don't even know who's playing the fullbacks now. Who was the last one? Right back.
Give me anybody. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Marcelo or Alexandro. He's younger. He's a good player.
Okay.
But right back. I'm gonna go with Fagner.
Okay.
Because that just faded my memory right now. Fagner, he plays for Corinthians.
All right. You ain't got to think about it too much. Just throw names out there.
Casemiro and Fabinho.
Okay.
It's hard to play them both at the same time, but
They're both pretty defensive.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna give Neymar as a 10,
freedom.
a little bit of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put Neymar as a 10, not as a false 9,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go with Rafinha, Vinicius Jr., Richarlison. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's my go-to.
I
I'm sure I'm forgetting some names. My bad, Brazilian guys, but I was put on the spot.
I like Richarlison. I think he gets a lot of bad rap. I think he's a quality player, but you need a post-up man like that sometimes, man.
I was gonna put Gabriel Jesus,
Jesus.
but he's not.
He's good. He fits Arsenal.
He's more like a mobile 9. He's
Yes.
more into space.
And having that Richarlison with Ronaldinho, Neymar to be able to play off of him like that, I think that would work well. But give me your 11 of players that you've played with.
Vlad
Number
1.
In the box?
Yeah, goalkeeper.
Okay.
Goalkeeper. Do I play myself?
Of course.
Okay.
Left back or number 10?
Left back. Okay. Left back. I'm gonna go with Sebastian Pineda. He played for the Energy. Where's the other center back? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna skip that center back, okay? Because it's
You'll come back to it.
right back. I'm gonna go with what was his name, man? I'll come back to that too.
Okay.
Holding mid, Danny Frid and Henrik. 10. I'm gonna put Adam Black there because I've seen him play
Okay.
and played with him.
Mm-hmm.
Left winger, I'm gonna go with Juan because he's a very good connection
Yeah,
with
that's
me.
Marcelo. That's
Well, I have to take Adam Black out because I didn't actually play with him. But I'm gonna go put Raul as a 10. Sorry, Adam Black. Raul, he plays in. He's playing in Spain. He's Spanish. He plays in Australia right now.
okay.
Right mid. Oh man, I'm forgetting so many people. I'm gonna put Gabi on the right mid because he can play anywhere.
Yeah, that guy's a baller.
And Rui has a 9.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna put Gabi as a right back.
Gabi as a right back?
Gabi as a right back because he played in Europe as a right back.
Really?
Yeah. And I still don't have that center back, that right center back. And it's going to be, there's a guy that I play with in Brazil, so calm. His name is Vitor Paulino.
Mm-hmm.
He's he played college here, very good, solid player, very technical. And he's going to be the one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds like a good list.
Yeah. I'll play them. I play with them again.
Nice. Your experience at Western, man. How's that been? Do you remember the first time you rolled into Western?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it.
It was 2018 as well. Nick Pettit called me. What are you doing right now? And the next 30 minutes, like, dude, I'm just sitting on the couch.
Sunday morning.
Yeah. It was just sitting. Yeah, exactly. Sitting on the couch, just like watching. I think that was no. Yeah. Yeah, that was during the World Cup time, 2018.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Brazil.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, that's 2014 was in
Russia.
Brazil. Russia, exactly. And I was watching some games, I remember, and then, I'm not doing anything. All right, come over.
Get your shoes. I'm coming to pick you up right now.
No, I think my girlfriend at the time, wife now, she took me and took my shoes, shin guards. All right, here's the uniform. Go register. Here's the money to register. Go. And I get there, I see all these guys that I played with and against in college and for the imps and the energy.
You're just like, what did I walk into?
It's like, what is this? I've never seen this before.
And it's just like a hole in the wall. Like, you go down Western, you take a left, it starts looking sketchy, and then you go through the gates, and then it kind of just opens up for you.
Exactly. And I played there. I don't remember who he was against, but I remember that I scored 2 goals. First, we won 2-0. I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. First year, I had like 10 goals, 10 assists. They put me as a forward because I was still in shape. I still had my.
You could still run, you know.
Yeah, and it went from there. That's how it started. I never left Mexico.
Never left Mexico.
No,
Never left Western. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. The Mexico
team, yeah. And then the second year, I think we won. 19 we won. 2019.
And you played in the final. Those finals get intense. I
Tigers,
love
bro.
it.
Oh my goodness.
I recorded that final.
Yes, you did.
I did record that
Yes, you
final.
did.
I recorded the whole game with the drone and everything. Those are experiences, man.
Yeah, because like there's people all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those one-on-one videos that you watch, the basketball or football, people are like right there. It's like, guys, take 2 steps back, you know?
They make it so much more intense than what it really is.
Yes.
You know, because it's just the regular game, but when you have everybody watching you like that, you know, you kind of don't want to you don't want to look bad or anything like that. And even just being out there, it kind of like ups your rep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, Alex went from 3 stars to 5 stars because he made it to the final. You know what I'm saying? It's just like your street credibility kind of goes up a little bit.
And playing as a left back, you're right there.
Right there. Hearing everybody talk shit. And
Go at him. Vamos.
It reminds me of that TikTok. No lo dejen ir. Like all that crap.
And there's some good players out there, man.
There are some quality players. A lot of players that get paid, handsome salaries that go represent, bonuses when they score goals, all that stuff.
They have a whole religion going there, man. I
low key think there's betting that goes under the table. Like all the coaches get together and be like, hey, you know, we're gonna put in $5,000, winner gets it all. Or I've heard of like $3,000 games going on. Like we got a Tigres and somebody else playing. I've heard that they bet like $4,000 on it. And it's just, it's its own little enterprise on there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's well, they got the money, so if they do whatever they want with their money,
but not fix the fields.
No.
Of all the Brazilian players that you've seen here in Oklahoma City, give me your top 3?
Brazilian.
Yeah. Oh man, there's a big Brazilian.
There's
community
a lot of
here.
There's a lot of Brazilians that. They're just here or played college?
No, like here. Well, some that you've played here in Oklahoma, but like you're just like that guy's top tier.
Top.
I always love to ask that. Peterson? Oh yeah, you like the way Peterson plays? He was
Peterson Neary.
Talk about chill. Stepping on the ball.
Yeah.
And he's so big, dude. I played with him. You know, you get that stiff arm from Peterson. There's nothing you can do.
I mean, he has like half a knee. Maybe.
He has 2 knees here, but he really only half.
Exactly.
Half of one.
Yeah, and he balls. He balls out. I mean, right now he balls out for about 15, 20 minutes, and then he starts to hurt, and then he needs to go home or he needs to take a break.
Dude, man. He's a great coach, too.
Great coach.
I feel like he connects really well with the
I coached with him at MacU.
Yeah?
Under Evan.
Nice.
And
shout out to Evan. And Patterson. What's up, guys?
Another great player, Brazilian. Well, Gabi. You got to give it to Gabi.
Mm-hmm.
And
who has great personal training going on too.
Yes.
Talking about marketing.
Yeah.
That guy's
he's doing it right too.
Mm-hmm.
We share a lot of we get together every now and again. We share a lot of the same ideas too.
Mm-hmm. One more. Who are you gonna give it to? Not to make anybody upset if they're getting left out or anything like that.
I'm thinking about that. Like
who am I
if I don't say this one, we got to say that one.
You can have honorable mentions at the end.
Honorable mentions, okay.
Give me your 3 first, and then we'll get the
Rodrigo, man.
Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a baller too.
Is he?
He's a very.
I'm sorry, Rodrigo. I haven't seen you personally play, but he has some accolades, and he's out there reffing in Florida right now too.
Yeah. He chose the reffing route.
That's I was communicating with him too, and I was like, dude, reffing. Have you ever reffed?
No,
it's
never
fun.
reffed.
It's a different way of being out there, running behind the players, and just it's different, but it's a lot of abuse too.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just Oklahoma's kind of wild for that, you know. I've been to a couple games where I'm like looking at the parent like, yo, are you guys serious? Indoor is the worst too for kids.
Serious? Like, they're 7 years old. They're playing 4v4.
Man, I don't know what's going on in their heads. What about those honorable mentions? Who else do you have up there?
Rafa is a baller too.
Mm-hmm.
Rafa is a baller. There's Matheus Mantovani, Matheus Gouveia. I actually played with both of them in Brazil.
Somebody says they know him by there's Big Butt Matheus and then
Big Butt Matheus is the Gouveia.
I've heard he's really, really, really. I mean, he's not where he was before, but I heard he was insane.
Yeah, I played with him for 3 separate occasions in the same club, that Portuguesa that I was telling you about.
Oh, in Brazil?
In Brazil, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Talk about a small world.
Yeah. Mantovani is a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
Call him China, because he's got the little.
Okay.
His name has always been that. Lucas, very good player too, like a pit bull.
Okay.
We'll take your ankles if he has to.
I hate
Matheus Gouveia did not like to play against him.
No, because
he was either get the ball or get the foul.
Well, it's because the way he plays is he will sometimes hang on to it a little bit more than he needs to, and that'll cost you against somebody who's going to take your ankles.
Yeah.
Because I hate playing against people that hang on to the ball a little bit more, and they got the skills, you know. like this, but I fucking hate you guys.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's either the cockiness that it comes off of just being able to have the ball on your feet and get away from space.
Yep.
It's just, but that's just me, guys. Sorry.
No, I mean that's their strength. Like we're talking about, that's
Yeah.
their strength. And like my strength, as I was saying, was defense. So
Speed.
I'm like, I'm not gonna go at you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I play with Mateus. Mateus, like, he told me like I don't like play against you because you're the only one who can stop me, or not necessarily stop, or
But you know what to do.
exactly. I'm like, I'm gonna give you your space.
If you can't take the ball away from him, you'll at least be able to make him go somewhere by
Yeah.
cutting off this side. I'm gonna make you go that way.
yeah.
You know?
And if he takes a big touch, I got the speed
yeah.
to recover.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just knowing who you're playing against.
Mm-hmm. Honestly.
Just knowing who you play against. You have to adapt on every situation. Because there's some pretty big guys at Western.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, I'm 5'8".
You've ever played against like those Hondurans, which are those, like I automatically, when you said big guy, I think of Punky. You ever know who Punky is? He's just,
If I say his face.
yeah, he's he's a big guy, heavy set, and he plays like a CDM for I want to say it's like Buena Vista or one of those South American teams. But a big guy, dude, big guy. And then you play against people that just don't care who you are; they'll take your ankles no matter what. So you have to be careful out there.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be
I don't
careful.
hang on to the ball very long.
No,
I take
no.
2, 3, 4 touches max. I'm like, oh, there you go.
You ever have any bad injuries?
I had a contusion, which is just like a
Okay,
muscle
okay,
bruise.
Okay.
And sorry, just gotta make sure of that.
Now we're on.
No, we're on track. We're on track.
Hour 23, man.
Oh, man.
We're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon.
Sorry, what was I saying?
Contusion.
The contusion. We're gonna cross the ball. I crossed it. The guy just came with the knee straight on my thigh, like dead centered. The next day, I could not lift my foot off the ground by this much.
That's terrible.
Couldn't put my underwear, my shorts, my shoes on. I had to use crutches, and I did like hours and hours of therapy a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Harvey was like, "I need you," which like I was fortunate because after that game we had like a
break.
10-day break. Sorry, we had a week break and then a game, and then like 4 more days break. So I missed that one game. Came back 10 days later after their injury, but there's so much scar tissue built up here. So I had to so away games I would have to do ice and do the
pulsing thing.
Yeah.
And then you sometimes roll it out too.
Yeah, I didn't roll it out.
That's terrible. I have friends who, if you stand next to them, they'll give you the knee right here.
Oh,
just for no fun, just a contusion for no fun. I hate that,
friends
dude.
you have?
Terrible friends, dude. Terrible friends. But I know exactly. That's the worst. That's one of the worst pains you can get, man.
And it don't have any strength. So I played with a sleeve, but every time I had to stop. Stop. Taking off wasn't the problem, but stop because you go like quick feet. That scar tissue was just shaking there, and it was a pretty bad pain.
That's the worst one that you've had. That sounds pretty good. If that's the worst one you've had,
that's the worst one I had.
You've been blessed, dude.
Yeah, I didn't tear any ACL. Didn't
lacerate a kidney. I had Cody Lorendi tell me about how he came out as a corner kick. Came out, got the ball, was running into somebody. He turned, and when he turned, the other guy jumped, and he caught his knee right here.
Break ribs.
Lacerated kidney, and the kidney is what filters your everything to restroom and all that stuff. So he ended up bleeding. You know when you punch somebody,
bleeding inside.
And bleeding coming out of everywhere. He had to get a bag to be able to filter some of his urine and all that stuff. It took him 11 months to.
Oh my God, yeah.
To come back from that.
I'm very, very
crazy. I have this scar right here under my eyebrow. I was playing high school and the ball was coming. I heard somebody say, "Flick it." I jumped up, flicked it, and when I flicked it, the guy behind me jumped up and then headbutted me right here. This was like first 5-10 minutes, and I was on the ground on my knees because I had felt the blood. By the time my coach came, it was like this.
Your eye?
Yeah. It was swollen, all this, like swollen shut. And I had to get 32 stitches.
32 stitches?
I had to get stitches over my stitches. It was bad, dude. Real bad. This was like my junior year, so it was just like...
He's got a corner in his head or something?
I don't know what it was. And then at Western, you see this? You see how swollen this is?
Uh-huh.
It's going to stay like that forever. It was the last game of this season. We were playing with like 9 people because everybody didn't show up. We didn't make playoffs. And I went to slide to pressure a player, and he ripped the ball. I was forward sliding. I shouldn't have gone into this ball. He ripped it from like here to the chair, and the ball smashed my fingers.
Wait, backwards or?
All these fingers went back. This one I had to get stitches here. My pinky was pushed in. I had to go to the ER.
Jesus Christ.
I remember just popping this back into place. It was bad, dude. But that's battle wounds, man.
Yeah,
Battle
exactly.
wounds.
It's part of the job. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, you went there willingly, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those plays where you're just like, I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Why? We're man down. You're a defender. I'm a forward. Why am I even pressuring you? What am I gonna do if I get the ball? It's just, but you don't think about it.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Just go.
How can people find you, my friend?
Well, I'm on social media,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, best_soccer training, at best_soccer training. If you want to find my personal, it's Alex, Ale, A-L-E, Bampa, T, Ale Bampa T. And website, bestsoccertrainingok.com. Book your session.
Mm.
Got a camp coming up August 1st.
Nice.
Got a couple spots left if you have a 2014-15 player, if you have a 2010, 11, 12, or 13 player, come on. We have some very good faces showing to that camp. So if you want to train at a high level, be at a competitive environment with good instructions, good coaches, and good quality, that's the place to be. We're going to do it at the Energy Fields. So
Nice. That place is nice. I think you had a training there last year,
all my
right?
all my camps are there.
That's a nice field.
Yeah.
You're killing it, dude. You had a lot of kids out there. I seen that. I was like, whoa. I remember seeing them with like 2 or 3 kids, and now you're in camps.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Exactly.
How much is it going to be for me to sign somebody up?
It's $150 for the 3-day pass, and if you need to do a 2-day, text me. My phone number is at the website or at the Instagram page. Just text me or send me an email, whatever you want to do. We'll work it out for you for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, an hour and 30 minutes goes by like this.
Yeah.
On a podcast.
I just got here.
Huh?
I just got here.
I know you did just get here. So I appreciate you for coming on. And then if you ever want to come back on, if you have any guests that you want to see come on here, dude, just let us know, man. We'll make it happen. But good luck with your camp that you have coming on. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep seeing you kill it, dude.
Yes, sir.
So do you have anything
We'll
to say?
We'll be there tomorrow.
Huh?
We'll be there tomorrow.
Where?
At Western.
Who do you guys play?
Southampton.
That's the new team?
Yes. Yeah. They just came on from the 2nd division. I think. I can be wrong.
Those teams struggle, man.
Yeah, so
it's hard to come from the 2nd division to play in the 1st.
Yeah. But we only have, after this game, we only have like top 6 and up.
But you guys already made playoffs, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
You guys aren't really...
Just got to secure the spot now.
Secure the spot, yeah. Which is... It can be pretty competitive. There's a lot of teams trying to fight for that top 8. I was there last week. You guys had tied... Who did you guys play last week? Was it... It wasn't Roma...
No. It was the...
You played Docon?
No. Certified Lions.
Certified...
Yeah,
that's who it was.
Certified Lions,
Yeah. Showed
Good
up there.
game.
2-2?
Good game. 2-2.
2-2?
Yeah.
What's a favorite team that you have out there that you play against? Like, if you had to say, like, that team always brings it.
Man, all the teams bring it, you know?
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
It could either be a 4-0 or a 1-1. You never know.
Yeah, so we played Priscilla Hoja, and then we were on fire for that game. They were down, I think, 1 or 2 players, but then we ended up still winning, like, 5-1.
Really?
We were expecting a very hard game, but then ended up not being a hard game. But then we played Lobos in the beginning of the season, which I think they also just came up from the 2nd division, and we lost. That's our only loss.
That's what I heard. You guys lost the first game to the last place team
Yes.
at the beginning of the season.
And
then
they're still at last place.
That's soccer, dude. That's soccer for you. Nice. Well, any messages for anybody that's listening? Do you want to say what's up, hello, goodbye?
Well, say hi to my parents. Sorry, guys, I will call you.
You can say it in Portuguese too if you want.
It's, mãe, pai, vou ligar pra vocês. Fica ligado ali no WhatsApp. Vou ligar hoje, aliás, hein? E amo vocês. And for the kids, man, like we were saying, keep consistent, keep it real, have your goal set, write them down, and work on it. Look at it every day. It's like, okay, how can I get to this goal, a little bit closer to this goal today? And work when no one's looking at you, because that's when you're actually going to get better.
Stay consistent, because if you lose your motivation, being consistent will eventually bring it back.
Exactly.
Nice.
Anyone I can slap in the face can bring your motivation down.
Yeah.
Stay consistent, not motivated. Well, good if you stay motivated, but if you stay consistent, you always feed that motivation.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Oh, one last thing, dude. I saw you run the marathon last year. Was that the first time you've ever ran the marathon?
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I told my wife this the other day, or somebody this, I was like, doing the Oklahoma City Marathon is like the most Oklahoma City thing you can do. Mm-hmm. Like, if you run it, you're officially an Oklahoma City person. But I also heard that you did it with no training.
Yeah.
And you must be in shape because you did it in 4 hours, right?
Well, no training would be... I would be dumb if I did with no training.
Yeah.
I just signed up and showed up.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, regular soccer training, but not like training tailored to marathon.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I just one day, I signed up for it. I told people, like, I'm going to run a marathon. Watch it. I'm going to run the marathon. I'm going to run a marathon. And then at one time, I actually signed up for it 3 months after I started telling people. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I got to do it now.
Yeah.
So I signed up. I actually paid the more expensive price because I waited so long.
Yeah, $150 or something dumb like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but the week before, I went out to Lake Hafner. I ran the whole thing. How am I feeling?
12 miles.
No, it's like 9.4.
Oh, is it 9.4?
9.4. Okay. And then I'm like, oh my God, I feel like crap. I needed a nice bath.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to stretch. Everything was hurting. It's like, okay, I'm going to run the Lake Hafner again 2 days from now. So 1 day off, run again. Mm-hmm. Felt so much better. Didn't need a nice bath.
You need to build that strength into your legs.
It's the consistency that will get you to run a marathon. So if you run 2-3 miles a day,
I mean, that's
every day.
You'll build that base,
exactly.
That foundation to build your skyscraper, and then maybe be able to tackle it. But you definitely need those long runs.
Yeah. And then my longest run before the marathon was 14 miles.
Wow.
I was going to do 20, but no marathon trainer will tell you to run 20 miles.
How before was that?
It was... Marathon was on Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. Sunday, yeah. That was probably Thursday.
Oh, wow. So you were going hard before the marathon. But something about going hard just makes it easier for you to go hard the next day.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I took off. It was a Wednesday, Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Took off Thursday. Ran Friday. Mm-hmm. Just to like 2 mile run. Nice and easy. Let that
lactic acid out of your legs. Mm-hmm.
And then nothing. I trained Saturday until like 4 or 5. I went to my friend's house. Mm-hmm. The guy that ran with me, Simon.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Simon.
Shout out
from
to Simon.
MacU.
From MacU, exactly. He's in Greece now.
Nice.
Doing some, I believe it's missionary work.
Really?
Yeah.
That guy's active, man. He was also doing some training at Norman North, and then went state with them too.
Won state.
So,
yeah.
Killing it, Simon.
Yes, sir. And man, we showed up, and I just got in the zone. We just got in the zone, and we just started pushing each other. And we looked at the clock at the time and be like, all right, we had an 8-minute pace right now.
You guys are insane.
Do you want to speed it up or do you want to slow it down? It's like, let's keep it. And then we run. We do like executive meetings throughout the race. Like,
checking in.
Take the headphones off.
You ran with headphones?
Oh yeah.
I could not run with headphones.
Really?
I could not run with headphones. I don't know why. I did the marathon twice. I had a terrible time the second time too. My first time wasn't great either, but I could not wear headphones. I don't know why. Really? I just wanted to hear the pop, 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 pop. I love listening to people cheering you on.
Yeah, but as soon as I got to like a crowded place, boom, mute the headphones. Mute the headphones. Run, get that extra boost for the next
after mile 13. There's nobody saying hi to you until the end anyways.
Like, yeah, halfway there. Mm-hmm. It's like
yeah, that's crazy. You get to that point where it's just like half a marathon, turn this way, full marathon this way, and you're just like, here we go.
Halfway there, yeah. And no, not even halfway there because
it's probably like 6 miles in or something like that.
And we do those meetings throughout the race, and we're like, okay, no, we're gonna keep it, and then last 2 miles, you're gonna go for it. And then last 2 miles came around, I was like, gonna go for it? It's like, no, dude, we're done.
Last 2 miles, you're probably out there like on 10th Street or something like that.
Yeah.
And the most beautiful thing about it all was the start of the race.
Yes.
Just lining up.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the same mission. Everybody's like high energy, and they're just like, marathon runners, are you ready? The moment of silence. Yeah, it's great. And then seeing people run next to you. I did not run nowhere near as fast as you did, so I was getting passed and passed and passed. But seeing old people running, I saw a guy run barefoot. There was a pregnant lady that ran it barefoot, dude. Barefoot.
Jesus.
Some guy was just running barefoot. Seeing a guy running in a firefighter outfit.
Oh my God.
It's just amazing.
I respected those guys, man.
You're gonna do it again?
Yes.
This year or next year, or not next year or the year after? How early?
I have a goal for this year. I achieved all my goals this year, and I made a goal, like personal goal. It was pretty early to achieve the goals. I wanted to run a half marathon. I wanted to run a full marathon. And after I did that, before April, I was running 3 half marathons in a week. So now I can run a half marathon easy. But my next goal is to do a half Ironman.
A what?
Half Ironman.
That's what I was going to ask you. You strike me as a person that'll do something like that, or a triathlon or something like that. Because for me, I think we're similar in that it's like having an impossible goal in front of you. Like, even if you don't make it, like if you shoot for the moon and miss, you're still in the stars.
Exactly.
Kind of thing like that. And for me, it was, now I'm getting a little bit better, but after soccer, it was so hard for me to stay in shape. And your metabolism slows down so fast. So it's easier for you to gain weight. And I could not run to save my life, but the day that I signed up for the marathon, I did not miss a training. Because I had that in my head, like, gotta train.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
You're gonna get hurt if you don't.
Yeah.
If you're not ready. Physically ready at least.
I was not physically ready for the second marathon, and I kid you not, I started walking around Class and Curve. Penn Square Mall, Class and Curve. I almost walked it the whole way back. It was terrible.
Yeah, Michael Thomas, he ran and he told me, like, dude, you're gonna hit that Class
wall.
You're gonna hit Klassen and it's gonna be awful. And that's when I started cramping. My groin and my hamstrings cramping for the last 4 miles, like pulling.
Yeah.
That's when Simon, I was like, dude, I gotta stretch.
Yeah.
And he just kept going. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I stretched for about 25 seconds.
Yeah.
And but 25 seconds, he's like way out there now.
Even though he's not going he's going 8-minute miles. So yeah, he is pretty fast.
So I was like, I went on a quick sprint, caught up to him, and just endure the cramp. Because I would like try to kick it out, the cramp, like run completely wrong running form, but just at least like the muscle wouldn't pull.
Just some relief.
Exactly. I would shuffle sideways to feel the cramp, to stretch that groin. Anything was stretching.
Yeah.
I was like, go touch my knees, stretching. At that point, it's 20-something miles in.
Yeah. That's insane. But something about just struggling through that. How, even after the marathon, you just feel so good. How did you feel after the marathon?
I achieved. You know, like I did it.
It's almost like it doesn't even feel that bad. Like, I didn't think I was going to feel that bad after the marathon, but having the accomplishment over your shoulders, like, it's just like...
Bottom of your foot hurts. Yeah, it's worth it, but like, it's like, I ran a marathon. How many people can say that?
Yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot of people.
Not a lot. I remember when I used to tell people, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about running the marathon. My dad was like, that's local. You're crazy. Like, why would you do that? Like, and I'm just like, there's something about it. And they're just like, you want to run with me? No, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. And I was like, what? Yes, you can. That's the worst thing you can say. Don't say that you can't. The second you say you can't, you can't. So it's like, come on, let's do it.
That's what made me go for the half Ironman. I have no idea how to swim.
No?
I don't know how to swim. But I'm planning on doing it by the end of the year.
This year?
Yeah.
Where? Which Ironman?
I don't know. It depends. It depends. They have a bunch. Just go on their website. They have a bunch. But my only thing is it needs to be lake, not sea.
Not in the ocean?
Not in the ocean.
You don't want to swim in the ocean?
I'd love to for vacation and chill in the water.
But you're not going into the deep sea?
No.
It scares you?
I'm not doing that. Well, not the fact that I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim?
I don't know how to swim.
Okay.
Never had lessons. I know how not to drown, but that's different than knowing how to swim.
Yeah. I know how not to drown, but I don't know how to swim.
I don't know how to swim. So, never had lessons. Or I went to like some, like when we were little, it did like, not swim lessons, but like you just get in the pool with the teachers and whatever. But I was allergic to what's the product?
Chlorine,
yeah.
Isn't it? Okay.
So back in the day, there wasn't saltwater pools. There wasn't whatever water pools. It was only chlorine.
That's the cheapest way to keep it clean. Is just pour the chemicals in there.
Exactly. And I was allergic to that. So that didn't last very long. And my family's a surfer family. My brother surfs. My dad surfs.
Awesome.
And I always had a board underneath. But it's different than...
Yeah.
I don't even know how to float.
No? Man, you got a long ways to go then, huh?
Yes. That's going to be my biggest challenge. My uncle did the full marathon. The full Ironman. And he said, if you don't cramp on the bike, you're good. Don't cramp on the bike.
I think the hardest... I was going to say the running, but you got the running down. Biking, if you can run, you can bike. Yeah, you got that down. But what does it start? It starts with the swimming.
Swimming, biking, running.
And then running. And then half an Ironman is what? 50?
70.3 full miles.
Because you do a couple, 3, 4 swimming? And then you do the full marathon on the feet?
Half marathon.
Half marathon on your feet?
Half marathon, 90 kilometers of biking. And I'm not really sure on the swim. I think it's...
And then you have to get a special bike too. You can't just get a Mongoose from Walmart and just...
You can.
You can?
You can. It may break.
Yeah.
But you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to have to have at least my wife there with me.
A team.
In case I need
supplements
carbs or that kind of thing. Because I want to finish. I'm going for finishing. I'm not going for...
Yeah, you're not racing. You're just completing.
Yeah.
You know, I get you.
And I'm going to be way in the back for the swim.
But just compete. Just if you finish it, that's an accomplishment right there. I hear you. That's how I was. I'm not competing I'm competing against myself, but let me just finish this marathon. Yeah,
my goal, I did the day before. I'm like, how many minutes per mile average I have to stay under 4 hours.
That was the goal.
What
is that, 9?
I think so.
That's fast, dude.
Yeah, 9 minutes per mile. Yeah,
that is fast.
But we never went over. Our fastest mile was about 8:01, and our slowest mile was about 8:30.
That's insane. You know who I've seen that kills it in his runs when he posts his stats is Alan.
Alan, he's been running too.
Fast times, 6-minute miles, 8 miles at a time. I'm just like, how do you keep that up?
Yeah, he's doing a running program.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
that's probably what it is. He's getting into that. You have a kid, you slack off, and then eventually you come back and have to like come back to where you were at.
Hopefully I won't do that, but
no,
I wanna.
We'll see. You never know, bro.
Exactly.
When that kid comes, it's just the world turns on its head.
Yeah, I'm gonna go running this morning. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna go running this morning. I just woke up 3 times during the night or something.
Man, and then you run into, if you don't run in the morning, you have to run after they go to sleep. But if they stay up late, like last night, I didn't run in the morning, so my goal was like, I'm gonna run when the kids go to sleep. Because if I run during my lunchtime, it's not fair for my kids. Because you have a 30-minute lunch and you're just gonna leave to go run.
Yeah.
So all right, I'm gonna run when you guys go to sleep. But my kids didn't fall asleep till like 10:30 last night. So then there I am, putting my shoes on at 11 o'clock at night. And my thing is like,
did you run?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I got my 5 miles in, and then
5 miles at 11 p.m.
It was beautiful, dude. It was not hot at all. A little warm. No cars. I run just around my neighborhood. That's it.
Headphones or no headphones?
Headphones.
Okay.
I see. Yeah, headphones. But I just got to put my shoes on. Once I put my shoes on, I'm out the door. That's like my trigger.
That's good.
You know, good. I have that. Because sometimes it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to run. But once I put my shoes on, I walk out, start slow, and then after half a mile in, it's the groove. Got to get your breathing down.
Yeah. The first 2-3 miles, they're not the best. But
no. But
especially if you don't warm up. If you just walk out of the door.
That's me.
Exactly. That's me too. Press play on your whatever you're listening to. Mm-hmm. That's the bad.
Yeah?
Not bad, but...
Well, I heard it's always good to stretch after a little bit of activity. It's always worse to stretch right before you start anything, because that's when you're more likely to pull something.
Yeah.
Because you're fresh. But
I usually like start slow. I try to do some high knees in the beginning of the run, some shuffles, and once I feel like I'm good, I pick up the pace. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be watching, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna be cheering you on. I'm gonna be like, hey, December, like, have you done your Ironman yet? Like, what's going on? Now we're all gonna hold you accountable.
I know, right?
Could you do?
Can you cut it all?
Right. No, well, hey, I appreciate your time. It's Bampa. What is it?
Bampa Elite Soccer Training.
Best training. Yeah, dude. That's probably my favorite part of the whole podcast. Learning that best training stands for Bampa Elite Soccer Training.
Yeah.
All right, man. Anything else?
That's it.
I think we've covered all corners. Yeah. This was a good episode, man. I appreciate you, man.
Of course. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course. Anytime you want to come back. Thank you. This is episode 41.
41, okay.
41. We're almost at 1 year. So who do you recommend for me to have on? Who do you want to hear?
Brian Harvey, man.
Brian Harvey?
That'd
be insane. Can I get Brian Harvey? Of course. We can do anything in this world.
Yes.
Who do I have to contact to get Brian Harvey?
Do you know Billy Martin? He's the head coach at OC right now. I think he would be
his face.
he would be the
connect.
The closest link to him.
So I have to have him on? to have Brian on? I have to. Yeah. I can't just skip him and be like, hey, let me get Brian on.
But then if you have Billy, you also have to have Nathan.
Okay.
Nathan Dahl. He's in Tulsa now though. But a great coach too. He was Harvey's assistant coach when I was there.
Okay. Yeah. Let's build up to that. Let me get the guy under Brian to eventually get Brian.
Sounds good.
These are good problems to have. I'm gonna have to ask you for your help for that one.
Okay. Yeah. We'll make a group chat or something.
All right. Well, for the listeners, if you've listened to this, if you've gotten this far, dude, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Anything to say to anybody that's been listening this far?
Appreciate you guys and hope you guys enjoyed the talk.
August is his camp, so sign up. They're still taking a lot of people. Attention to detail, like they're the best.
Exactly.
They're the best. So, hey, to the Mas Futbol fans, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And this has been another episode of the Mas Futbol podcast with Bampa.
See you guys.